Well, the new year brings with it resolutions of all sorts, and one to consider might be to focus on self-care and mental health, and that's our Maryland Peace of Mind topic. Joining us this morning is Dr. Crystal Watkins, who is a psychiatrist with MedStar Health. Thanks for joining us this morning. Happy New Year.
Good morning and Happy New Year to you.
Well, we did a story earlier about how mental health was one of the most Googled topics of the year. So what are some good areas to start with?
I think the first thing is that self-care really is the first thing, because self-care means also stress reduction. I think that a lot of us have been under pressure, so much anxiety because of the pandemic and depression with dealing with COVID isolation over the past 3 years. So we are all, just dealing with the stress of daily life, no break from technology, including these floods of emails and text messages, despite sometimes our out of office messages that we may have had over the Christmas break. And self care is really part of the answer on how to really cope better with stress and daily stressors. So the first thing is really what is self care? It really includes nutrition, stress reduction, exercise, and personal happiness. The second thing I think is important is me time. This usually lasts, making sure that you schedule time for yourself, just like you would a meeting. And the third thing is really sometimes just taking a trip or getting outside of the house and doing some simple things to lower your stress level.
When we talk about resolutions, we usually always talk about getting fit, getting healthy, finances, organization, but could that also apply to different ways to help your mental health? Maybe eliminating some toxic relationships, maybe blocking some people on social media or some of the posts that you see?
I think you said three very important things. And I think part of the challenge is that, the challenges right now is that we are really just kind of caught up in this rat race and really and truly, trying to be present and value our time. So again, thinking about that relationship, is it really worth it if we've been with that person for so long and things just don't feel right? Is it time to reevaluate? When we're thinking about communication, maybe doing more voicemail instead of leaving a text, maybe scheduling something, a lunch or dinner with someone face to face, which we don't do that often. Instead of sending a text, maybe sending a card. And then also just kind of getting caught up on certain things at home and maybe doing a staycation, just take that day off, or if you're working from home, block some time off where you can just have that nice cup of coffee, sit in your pajamas, turn off the TV, turn off the computer, and just relax and listen to some good music.
And it's okay to make little goals, right? Not everything has to be big.
As a matter of fact, that's the best way to keep the resolution. One thing is that we need to make sure, so we set this big goal. For instance, everyone always says, I want to lose weight and I want to be in better shape. But sometimes losing weight or being in better shape may mean that, today I'm going to drink 4 glasses of water and I'm going to use the stairs instead of the elevator. And setting small goals instead of those big goals, like I want to, lose 20 pounds. Sometimes it's, I would like to lose maybe a pound every couple of weeks, or I would like to get into exercise a little bit more, exercise 15 minutes a day instead of trying to do that hour-long workout. So yes, small goals are really obtainable, and then you reward yourself at the end, and it really has a good feeling, like you're reaching towards that larger goal in the end.
And what would be your biggest piece of advice for people setting out to start their resolutions or goals this year?
Right. I would say the big thing is to reduce what I call resolution redundancy. And that means year after year, we find ourselves making that same resolution. And this means that it might be something that is important to achieve, but you haven't, and quite yet. And so you haven't put it into action. So it might be that time to reevaluate the goal. When it resurfaces as a resolution for the following year, maybe you need some help in order to make sure you obtain it. So just like we said, making some concrete short goals in order to reach that long-term goal. And just because this resolution hasn't been achieved in the past 1 or 2 or 3 years, I'm talking about myself personally, doesn't mean it shouldn't be abandoned. However, it might mean that you need to pay it more attention and really have some more concrete things to do.
Oh, that's great advice. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and all the best to you in 2023.
I'll right back at you. And as we do every week, we want to remind you that if you or someone you know is struggling with mental health issues, help is definitely available. You can call 988 to connect to mental health resources. You can also find a list of organizations and other resources on WBALTV.com. All you have to do is click on Maryland Peace of Mind.